Hello guys and welcome to episode 7, my Ymir multiplayer series. So, same day as episode 6, or at least the second part of episode 6, and we are making brilliant progress. So, done a little bit more trading. I've had some buffaloes come in. So, I've got my first buffalo farm set up. I've only got one worker. We've only got 0.1 buffaloes coming in, but that's 4 buffaloes worth there, and we've got one more buffalo left. So that is huge, because that then means that as we get more and more buffaloes in, we can start getting our butchering industry up, which means we can get leather to get more leather clothes, which means we can get more meat to meet our demand. Saying that, we have had loads of meat come in because I've been completing some of the missions. So I completed the, I don't know what it's called, but it's the mission where it gives you +1. Sorry, you have to have +1 leather clothes production, +2 pottery production, and 300 people. I completed that one, so that gave us 2 families and 2 SID points. I then completed the gathering emergency livestock mission by getting 8 animals and 2 paddocks. So that's that mission, which gave us loads of meat. So we've got all this excess meat here. And then we've now got thriving agriculture, which we are very close to doing. We just probably need 2 or 3 more buffalo to hit that 800 pastures, and 3 granaries. So we've got granaries unlocked, and the problem is I have very few hammers, so even though the granaries are very cheap with just 1 hammer and 2 wood, I can't actually get the hammers just yet. But I've got loads of toolmakers down. I've set them all to low for now, but look at our population, +19 with 139 more people in the next 24 hours, which is huge. So actually, we're gonna hit our job cap. Even again, that is including these, just 6 low buildings. So that is why I've put them on low, because we don't really have that much flint spare. But if we do get people in, I might as well try and use them on something useful. So what else? I've been doing some trading for hose as well. So you can see I've got quite a few fields now on my capital. I'm reducing 15.4 lettuce, 14.4 chickpeas, and then if I go out to the countryside of west side, I've got the farm there working at 100% usage. So that then means that we're getting even more lettuce and more chickpeas from this little countryside. So things are going brilliantly at the moment. We haven't got metallurgy yet though. But I haven't even got it as an idea, I mean. So that is a bit tough, because that is what we need to progress. And I know I've been reading the chats on the server, and a lot of people already have it researched. So we will get it soon. I know we'll get it soon, but we'll just have to wait a little bit. In terms of growing our population, yeah, things are going brilliantly. We're getting 2.6 lettuce there, 1.4 chickpeas. Population is getting 2 more jobs. So we'll be able to get another farm up or a flint worker, whatever. But we're continuing to grow. We are producing plenty of resources. Look at all the wood. Got plenty of stone stockpiled, getting some mud in, lots of clay. Yeah, things are going great. But what I wanted to do was get the potter's wheel. So if we haste that, 16 points, so it was 52 minutes. Okay, potter's wheel. Because pottery is what I massively want to get going first, because we've got so much clay. So much wood. Why not upgrade our potters so we can actually try and meet our potter's need? Because pottery, I reckon we could trade quite nicely. Or maybe not, maybe everyone else is fulfilling their pottery need just fine. But with how much clay we've got spare, might be able to get some traded. But problem is, let's be yapping on about we have no hammers. I completely forgot we'd need loads of hammers for all these potters, so we can't actually upgrade them just yet. So that's a complete waste of time, isn't it? I've got 4.4 hammers being produced though. I've got these 3 sets to hammers, these 2 set to hoes, so I'm producing a nice amount of those resources. I think I'll just have to wait then. I think that'll just be the end of this first part of the episode. Again, only about 4 or 5 minutes long, but again, give you just an explanation of what we've done so far, the new changes. Yeah, I will return probably later on today, maybe tomorrow, once I've got loads more hammers, loads more hoes, maybe even some more research or not. Maybe we'll get a metallurgy and I can finally start scouting for copper. But yeah, I'll see you in the next part. Hello guys, and welcome back to the second part of episode 7. So again, it's been about a day, but my goodness, a lot has changed. So let's start off with our countryside. Nothing major here, which is why I want to start off with this. But there has been some pretty decent development. So the countryside's grown, 2 new workers that have actually naturally grown. And then early today, I moved over 4 more workers. So we've now got 10 workers here. So with those 10 workers, that is 3 fully used farms. Well, actually, no, it's not fully used. Slightly off. So let's actually add some field to that right now. So we're going to get on this nice fertile patch here. Get 1. There we go, now 100%. So 2 fully utilised fields. Using both lettuce and chickpeas. And we've got 2 flint. So obviously, flint is such a waste of time for a countryside. But at this early stage, we're actually already meeting our food need, but we're not actually meeting our flint need. The flint's actually quite useful. So that's the countryside. It's almost full, but it's got already the 4 workers. Remember, we can't place any more buildings. If we try and place any more buildings, it would come up with a notification to say we can't. Yeah, this territory doesn't allow for more than 5 production buildings. Remember, it's because it counts the water source as a production building. And now we go back out to the world map. And on the world map, you can see, firstly, our score's gone up quite a lot, but there's loads more. Knowledges, we've got Potter's Wheel, that was at the end of the last part. Since then, I have gone and upgraded my pottery buildings to level 2 potters, so we're now, if we again want to have a look, we now match our pottery need fully, and we produce excess. So we've got 76 pots built up, which is just absolutely brilliant. And that is helping our life quality a lot. Life quality is 12, but you got to remember that because we've got a lot more people, and not all of them have the big houses, and 12 life quality is quite good. So there's that. This is just the icing on the cake. There's still so much more to discuss. Knowledges. Metallurgy. Absolutely brilliant. So there was me saying a couple episodes ago, or whenever it was, that I don't like to request knowledges. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to start requesting them because I'm going to fall behind quite massively if I'm not getting these really important knowledges. So I asked someone for metallurgy, they've given it to me. That's been tugging away for, what is it? I think it's 10 hours. So we're now about 2/3 of the way through. And we've got 30 miners working on that. So our territory, again, if you go have a look, is not producing any flint really. Stone, very little. We're making a loss on clay because we just can't produce that much. And then even mud, we're only producing 2 mud now. But look how much mud we've got stockpiled. Wood, sorry, let me just go back to wood. Because of all the pottery workers and the fact that we're also producing javelins, we're now actually making a loss on wood, which is a shame, a big shame. But we can always tone down the amount of pottery we make because again, look how much excess we've got. Metallurgy, huge, absolutely huge. It gives you so much. Like all this offers the next age, isn't it? It goes from the primitive age to the stone age, which is basically the same thing. And then from the stone age to the copper age. The copper age gives us houses level 2, which are made with axes and mud bricks, wood and stone, but the mud bricks and the most important part. Level 2 woodcutters with axes. Mining camps, we can actually start mining the copper. Toolmaker level 2, that's a massive one. That means that it halves the number of people we need per toolmaker. So then that still only uses hammers, so we can actually get those toolmakers straight away. So that will halve the amount of jobs we need. We've got a foundry to smelt the metals. And then that's it, that the actual metallurgy tech itself gives us. But this obviously goes into many, many more techs now. So we can see that it now means we don't. When it says reveals, you don't get that by researching the text, you get that by unlocking the idea. So we've unlocked the metallurgy idea, but we haven't researched it yet. Because we've unlocked it, we can now see copper. And boy guys, this is brilliant. I've never been so lucky ever in Ymir to have so much copper near my my capital. So we've got copper here in this arid rocky, which is actually where I'm going to set my next countryside up. Because it's arid, I can grow my chickpeas and lettuce and grow my buffaloes. And now that I know it's got copper, I can actually get some copper mines. It's only a small little vein, but definitely big enough for 1 copper. It probably actually is enough that I could get more than 1, but then maybe not use the other one at full efficiency. But as it's a countryside, that's not going to happen. I'm going to get just 1 and then get 3 farms. So it'd be 3 farms and 1 copper mining place. But that copper mining there will probably generate 2.5, 3, maybe a little bit less actually. I think it's about probably 1.8 to 2.2 copper per mine, depending on the amount of civ points you have and efficiency, but that's probably how much it will generate. Then I was checking this place. I was like, oh, I'll just double check just to make sure it hasn't got any resources like shells or pearls or copper. Now that we've got some other techs, and look at this huge copper vein here as well. So this one will probably require 3. I reckon it will actually require 4 mines, but I'm going to assume it only requires 3. And then I'm going to have because remember it's a tropical, so we can't grow our crops here, but we can grow buffaloes in the tropical. So I'll have 1 cattle farm with the buffaloes, and then 3 mines. But if I build my 3 mines and there's still loads and loads and loads of excess here, I might just go for 4 straight copper mines, because buffaloes we can grow anywhere, whereas copper obviously is limited to the tiles that have copper. But out of those 2, the biggest of them all, Castell, got copper in our home territory, and this reminded me of a feature I've known about for 2 years, and it just I completely forgot about it. Which is when you're on a tile and you can't see ores yet because you haven't unlocked the idea, they show up. And if you go back to previous videos, you remember when I was mining the flint here, it wasn't like a gravelly ground like this. It was a different type of material. I think it was just called gravel. It has a slightly different texture to gravelly ground. It's got... I'll try and find it for you. I think it's like this. It's just normal gravel, so not gravelly ground. It is just pure gravel. But it doesn't necessarily... Yeah, exactly like this. It doesn't necessarily mean that every single patch that's like this is going to be an ore. But when you see patches of gravel like this, it does mean that it could be an ore that you can't yet see. So this one, for example, could be tin or iron. We've unlocked, or we've revealed, copper, silver and gold. And then the other ores in the game would be coal, iron or tin. So who knows, we could be sitting on some tin ore or iron ore for the future. Yeah, because that's what this was, because I actually used to have a flint mine here, mining flint here, but now we've got a copper, and it's a nice big one. So we've got 3 copper veins, 1 in the capital. We can get as many workers as we want on this, brilliant. Then we've got 2 for countryside, which is never sad to have copper, but it's a bit sad in the sense that because it's a countryside, we can only have a limited amount of buildings, so we will lose output on farming. But because I've got so many civ points in lettuce and chickpeas, and we're already, without like level 2 farms or whatever, massively overproducing, not massively actually, it's only 1.4 here and 0.4 here, but that is without, that is with these farms on minus 0.4 each. So once these farms are fully producing, we will quite nicely over our limit. But that just means that, we can mine as much copper as we want because we can know that we're producing enough food anyway. So Copper Age is really, really exciting for us. We've got loads of copper to play around with. We've got a nice big population already. Look at this. We're still getting plus 11 jobs. Even though, look, we're 2 jobs off. I've had to close on quite a lot of jobs. Like all these lever closed workers I've turned off because I just need the lever to build houses. And you can see I've expanded a little bit here. We're starting to get more slums. I've turned off a load of these tool makers because, look, we don't even have enough flint for them to work. So what's the point of having these ones all running? But we are running out of jobs. So thinking about what I can do with these jobs. Firstly here, look, I've actually got my buffaloes set up now. I've got 0.5 buffaloes coming in. So I'm not actually sure if I covered this in my last episode, in my last part. Actually, no. But if I didn't, I've got buffaloes now. And I've got quite a lot of them. So we can actually get another buffalo pasture down. So let's get that. Let's get it just to 1. Yeah. 1 buffalo. And that should be working near 100%. So yeah, 93%. So, buffaloes down. We're producing now a nice amount. I don't have any butchers yet. But if I wanted to get some butchers down, which I don't want to do just yet, and the reason is because I want to build up a nice stock of buffaloes so I can continue to develop my buffalo industry. Because if I start butchering them now, I'll get my buffaloes in a lot slower. But it would be useful though, because we do need to fulfill some more meat demand and get some more leather quicker. What else? What else is new? We've got some more large houses. Oh yeah, what else? I finished some of the other tech, missions. Thriving agriculture, that's completed. I think I spoke about this last episode actually, last part, sorry. But if I hadn't, thriving agriculture, that's now been completed, and thriving agriculture gave us the technology of becoming the chieftain. I've researched that technology with the officials, so that's another point. I unlocked officials, so I finally got my community hall working, which has actually been pretty good to reduce a lot of waste. Got forced labour back at 10%, and I've got a much bigger army now. Look at this, I've got 40 units in my army of warriors, not javelin men. The reason I don't like javelin men at the moment is because I haven't got a walled base, and javelin men, I've been playing around in other servers, and I've seen that the javelin men are just rubbish. They're brilliant if you've got a walled base and you're under siege, because the javelin men will throw and throw and throw and throw, and then so by the time the enemy break through, they might have lost 25-30% of their men. And if you're on a hill or you've got lots of javelin men, they might have lost their whole army before they even break through. But when you've got no walls, or you're engaging in a hand-to-hand battle, warriors smash javelin men. And that never used to be the case. I don't ever remember it being that prominent. I remember that javelin men would throw their volley of javelins, maybe kill 1 or 2 warriors, and then actually in hand-to-hand combat, the javelin men would then also best the warriors, or at least they'd be pretty even. But from my research and knowledge so far, and this, or since we last played at least, the javelin men absolutely get toasted in one-to-one combat, one-to-one hand combat with the warriors. And seemingly the mission is going to give us, well, not give us, we have to actually have 20 javelin men anyway. I will get some javelin men, but for now, to guard my base, I've only got 40 warriors. The reason if you're asking why the hell have I got so many, look at our loyalty problem. We're at 33 loyalty with 40 warriors, and we're going up another 11 conflict. In fact, I'm going to need to get some more warriors, but as our population grows by another 11, I can do that. But yeah, it's tough, and that is because we are really, really big for a gift economy with band society. We're going to go up to, what is that? Actually only 550, because this is 11 jobs, but only 8 generation growth, which doesn't actually make any sense. But I know it does. It does. It just means that there's more piglets becoming old, or male piglets. But 550 for a band society with gift economy is really, really tight on conflict, because we look here. Band society is plus 75% population conflict, so it really, really isn't supposed to be used to get that many population. In fact, you will hit a point where if you get to like 600, 700 people, you actually can't really handle it without having like almost all your population in as warriors. So we do need leadership quick. And so that is my next point. Leadership. Have 25 large buildings. We're actually almost there, only 9 off. Javelin for 20, I can do that whenever I want. We've got 63 javelins, we can do that whenever we want. Hard one. The part I actually don't know if I can complete anytime soon is 20 adornments. So adornments are just this horrible, horrible thing where you have to have shells, or if you're very, very lucky you get pearls, but I've never ever seen pearls in Ymir. Shells are pretty damn rare. I never have them. I think only once in my whole time playing Ymir have I ever had shells on one of my tiles. I've looked around, I've looked on the river tiles nearby, I've looked on the coast tiles nearby, can't find any. So we can't produce adornments ourselves, but you can get adornments through trade. If you find someone who can produce them, you can trade with them. But the other way is to kill tribes of, I can't even say it, I can't remember what they're called, like porcos or something like that. Which is basically these barbarians. They're like semi-barbarians, semi-primitive tribes. But they work like barbarians. You attack them, and when you kill them, some of them drop adornments, or silver, or leather clothes, or whatever. They drop like more luxury resources for the primitive age. But I haven't found any nearby, so we can't do that. So, unless I can find someone to trade with, don't know when we're actually next going to be able to get leadership. It is actually quite a tricky one. I'll have to research. Maybe there's like a way you can get dormants more easily, but I think they're the only two ways, is either produce them yourself with the resources, or you have to kill the tribes for them. So this is what I'm a bit stuck on. What else? Knowledges. Herbalism failed. That is another thing I remembered. It failed about an hour ago, which is very frustrating. Because obviously it takes 2 days to unlock, so it's already failed. But hey, we're going for another 2 days and 75% chance to pass this time. So look, we get a plus 5% success odds for failing the last time. So we should hopefully pass it, but it could fail again. I'm not in a mega rush though, because like I said, as our population is growing, and actually the conflict's getting a bit too high, so growing our population even more with the herbalists maybe isn't the best idea. And also we just don't have enough hammers. The herbalists, they're 5 hammers each, so we don't even have enough hammers. So it's not an issue at all that we're not getting it. It's just a bit annoying because it's costing us 5 farmers, which is minimally getting less food, but yeah, not a major issue. Civ point wise, we've got 4 civ points and we're actually continuing to get them quite quickly. And I'm saving them. I could go to chickpeas, but we're already, like I said, producing over what we need. I could put them in buffalo though, which is something I am thinking about. I've got 2 civ points in buffalo. But I think I will actually put them in buffalo. There we go. But I'm going to save these 2 in case any texts pop up that I want that require them. Other stuff that's come in. Tanning. I'm not sure if I spoke about this one before, but we need 30 leather for this, but it will unlock the level 2 tanneries. I'm waiting for 30 leather, and I need to spend it, so it'll probably be a while before we get this one. But mud bricks, that's a new one that's come in. I just need 10 hammers. That's what we're waiting for. Once we get that, we can start producing our own mud bricks, because you just need water and mud. We got absolutely tons of mud. Only problem with mud bricks though is you need axes to build the brick layers, or the brick form, or whatever the building, the brickery I think it's called. Obviously don't have axes yet, so mud bricks will have to wait in terms of producing them, but we can still get the tech and running. But really, the main thing is metallurgy, which is just huge, and that will be done in 5 and a bit hours. So I'm obviously not going to do that today because it's going to be asleep in probably 5.5 hours, but I will be covering that in the next episode. I think that is it. That's everything discussed of what I've done. I've been expanding the farms, exploring a little bit, trying to find some copper, doing the technologies. Yeah, things are going good. So I'm going to end episode 7 there, guys. So thanks a lot for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you're enjoying the series and want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And finally, if you haven't joined the Discord already, come join it, come say hi, keep up with the series, give some feedback, whatever. Love to see you there. Link is in the description. So, you guys, and I'll see you in episode 8. Ta-ra.